hit admit.
Okay. Thank you.
Host, yes. Okay, so now you should see participants. Someone's in the waiting room. Emily.
Yeah. Admit. Yeah, that's my clarity.
Perfect.
Hi, Mike. Are you muted?
Yeah, he's muted. All right, you guys should be all set. So shoot me an email if anything comes up.
Okay, thanks, Katie. Hi, Mike.
Hi, John. How you doing?
Good. So that's intentional. Your face is blanked out.
What's that?
Your face is blanked out. With,
I know. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm ugly.
I'm seeing Spain right now. Spain and France.
You are?
Yeah, your face is covered over by a portion of the globe, like your face. Wendy Smith is here with us. Wendy, you are. Hi, Wendy. She's connecting. Good to see you, Mike. It's been a while. Are you? You're not muted, are you, Mike?
Hello, John.
You're not. Okay, you're not muted. Good. Wendy, you on with your microphone? Wendy?
Yes, my microphone's on.
There you are. Okay. I got to pay attention here to let. Okay, so we need one more. Here we go. Okay, Lawrence. Everybody's early tonight. That's good.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was supposed to come on just before 6:45 or if I was supposed to come on at 6:30. So here I am.
It doesn't matter. We're totally loose.
Okay.
John, can you turn your microphone up? I can hear Wendy really good, but I can't hear you.
And for some reason, my system is scratchy, so I'm gonna.
Okay.
I'll talk slow. Please ask me to repeat myself if you need to hear me say something again.
Okay, can you hear me good? This is Mike.
Yes, I can. I'm a Plymouth County Mosquito Control Commissioner, and we have monthly meetings on Zoom. And I can hear everybody else perfectly, but they have the same problem with my microphone. I don't know why. I don't know why. My 5-year-old grandson is downstairs. He could fix it, but he's playing with his mom and dad. Dinner at our house tonight. Well, Lisa's here. All right, we have a quorum. There's Lisa Bazell Curley. Our other two members are Keith Buell, who many people know, and Shirley Phillips. Keith is often on the train at this time. It's probably delayed, but we do have a quorum. So I'll wait a couple more minutes to see if either Shirley or Keith come on. Shirley's funny. I sent Shirley all the documents for tonight's meeting. The two applications were in PDF and your resumes were in Word, right? She sent me an email, I think it was 2 days ago. Please send everything to me in PDF. I said, well, the applications were in PDF, and I said, you don't have any way of opening a Word type document. And I suggested she download LibreOffice, which is what I use. I'm too cheap to pay Microsoft anything for the little I do with the applications. So I sent her an email today, and then she sent me an email this morning and said, please resend the Zoom link. So I sent that to her again. I don't see anybody else. All right, let's start. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yeah.
Pretty much. Wendy.
Yes.
Welcome to the Citizens Advisory Committee interview.
Thanks.
You're not the first, you won't be the last. We've been doing this for 9 years now, I think. And we've interviewed over 140 people.
Wow.
And all but 3 or 4 of them went very well and resulted in a positive recommendation for appointment. The other 3 or 4 we won't discuss. But that's why we're here, to vet. I consider it a very important process to vet.
Gotcha.
When your application is for, you had put Conservation Commission or open space.
Right, wherever the need was. I think both of those places had 2021 openings, and I didn't know because we're in 2021 if it was, you know, if it was going to be, or if you would wait. Like, I didn't know, so.
Okay, my understanding is that there's currently 2 open seats on the Conservation Commission. Apparently, there's been a couple of recent resignations for whatever reason.
Mhm.
And what's happened in the meantime, after your application came through, Lauren Webb, who's also with us tonight, put in an application specifically for the Open Space Committee.
Mhm.
I remember correctly. Is that right, Lauren?
Yes.
Open Space Committee. So my preference, and the other members can speak up if they want, but here's Shirley. Hold on. Come on in, Shirley. I can't wait to get back to face-to-face meetings. I'm such a friggin' extrovert. It's painful. I'm an extrovert. I'm a gregarious carnivore. Shirley, there you are. Hi. Shirley, are you unmuted? Shirley, are you unmuted? Shirley, I should have signs. I should write out signs. Anyhow, her screen's not frozen. I see her moving. Shirley, are you muted? Anyhow, Wendy. My preference would be that you stay with the Conservation Commission.
That's fine.
Yeah, and the other, it's a very important committee. It's one of what I call the big 6, the ones that are regulatory in nature, not just ministerial.
Mhm.
And from what I've heard, it's a very interesting committee to serve on. So my main vetting thing for committees like the Conservation Commission is to make sure that the person that's applying doesn't have some kind of
Hidden agenda.
Yeah, I'm glad you said it. and that has been the case in the past. That has been the case in the past with the Conservation Commission, and you could probably put together the scenarios in your head as to how that might occur.
Mhm.
So we won't go any further with that, but you appear to be a perfect candidate for the Conservation Commission. Able, willing, highly educated, and you probably own a pair of sneakers for the sidewalks,
I'll call you back.
Absolutely.
Okay.
or maybe even work boots.
Bye.
Maybe even what?
Work boots. Work boots.
I have work boots too. Hiking boots, work boots, sneakers. Yep.
It's one of
And
the
flip flops.
one of the most important things that the Conservation members do is site walks with their environmental person, Steve Solbo. He's an environmental planner or something or other. And there's a consultant botanist that they use because the botany of the area may help determine if it's a wetland or a bordering vegetated area. And that all establishes how much of a piece of property that perhaps somebody wants to develop can be developed.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of routine things that they do also. I look at their agendas once in a while. So I don't have any other specific questions. Just a welcome back. I remember you from years ago when used to see you at church.
Yes,
And so welcome back to Bridgewater.
thank you.
Anybody else on the committee have any questions for Wendy Smith, applicant for the Conservation Commission?
No, I think she'd be a good candidate. I just am with you in making sure there's no hidden agenda. And, you know, that's the most important thing. You know, are you close with other contractors that might try to, you know, work their magic to make a property all of a sudden pass all the tests? And it doesn't seem like that's the case. So you have my approval.
Thanks.
By the way, I should introduce our other members for both of you. That's Mike Flaherty hiding behind a shot from outer space. He uses his wife's email account. And underneath Wendy, on my screen anyhow, is Lisa Bazell Curley, our newest member. And Shirley Phillips is she's a charter member of the Citizens Advisory Committee. She was at the very first meeting 10 or 11 years ago, and they did a ton of legwork to help switch over to this new form of government. They found like 125 different committees that existed, and they had to sort that all out and get everything all whittled down, if you will, for the charter, which ended up with about 25 committees, boards and commissions, I think. So Shirley, Shirley, is your microphone on?
Yes, I think Lisa's a good candidate. Good evening, everybody. I think Lisa's a great Lisa. I think Julie is a great candidate. Lisa, Wendy is a good candidate. And I think you'll enjoy the committee. Wendy, have you been to any of their meetings?
I have not yet, no.
Well, do you know what you're getting into?
Not really.
Enough of that, Shirley.
I know that there's like 6, I think, conservation areas that are in Bridgewater, like main ones.
Yeah.
I actually, and it's not, what did we say, like a hidden agenda, that I lived at right down the street from the Ironworks Park,
No,
like,
of course not.
like, you know, I mean, I walk in there and I pick up trash and, you know, like, it's a nice place to take a walk. But like, I've also been, I took a walk down the one that's off of 18 something in Styles or whatever. Like, there's 2 different places. Yeah, there's some walks in there that could probably be cleaned up to make it clearer for actual walking. I haven't been down to the one that's down Titicut, I think. I haven't been down there. And I'm not sure about the other ones, but I don't know, anything outside. And just because I've been back in the area, I've kind of come full circle, and I just feel like, you know, it's time to get involved in something in the town. And I kind of put something out there on Facebook a while ago because I'm concerned about what was happening. And I think I opened up Pandora's box with that one, but it kind of moved my butt to get going and do something.
Be careful what you add. I lurk on Facebook. I lurk, waiting for opportunities to tell people to put up or shut up.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it kind of got me motivated, so it was a good thing.
And the other important thing is we were kind of hinting at it, is a developer comes to the town. He's got 30 acres he wants to develop, and you know, sometimes there's hard answers that have to be given to that person. That, you know, a third of this land that you bought, we got to walk it, and it looks like it might be wetlands, and that, you know, sometimes that's tough work, but it's important work, and we need people that are willing to do it. So thank you for willingness to volunteer. It's called volunteer because there's no compensation for any of the committees, including the town council. I'll explain the rest of Lisa. I'm sorry, Lisa, did you have any questions or comments for Wendy?
No, I think you guys kind of covered it. I just wanted to say thank you because I appreciate anybody, as you know, that puts up instead of complaining all the time. They're willing to step up and join. That's half the battle. Everybody wants to complain. Nobody wants to fix anything. So I do appreciate that. Thank you.
Sure. Good to be here.
Let me explain the rest. Let me briefly explain the rest of the process for you both while you're on together. After these interviews, we discuss and we vote, and to recommend or not to recommend. And like I say, about 137 out of 140 or thereabouts, we recommended to appoint.
Wendy?
We send those recommendations. It's a form we fill out to the town manager's office. He is the appointing authority. We work for him. He's the appointing authority. And then, but he has to get ratification from the 9-member town council. So he'll accept our form, our recommendation. He then may want to talk to you also. There's been several times when he wanted to talk to the person also.
And who is this?
His name is Michael Dutton.
Michael
Dutton.
Dutton?
D-U-T-T-O-N, Michael Dutton. He's got the biggest office in the Academy building. Nice guy. He's from Falmouth. He's a lawyer. He's a lawyer by training, and he used to be the CEO of the hospital on Martha's Vineyard. Tough life.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wendy?
Yes?
I think if you listen to Lisa, she has a pulse on everything in town. So she's a good one to listen to.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
If you don't believe her, ask me or Mike. We'll tell you the truth.
Between Lisa and John, they have a pulse on things in town. So I think they're good.
And Mike's no slouch either. Right,
Thank
Mike?
you.
Oh, and Mike is there. When Mike is in town, he's a good resource also.
Right, when he's in town, that's a good. So anyhow, Wendy and Lauren, what the town manager will do is, once he decides he wants to appoint you, he puts your name on the bi-weekly town council meeting agenda. I think it's item E, appointments. It's on every agenda. And on the magic night that you would be on there, the president of the council asks for the appointments, and the town manager kind of introduces who you are, what appointment you're looking for. And they vote ratify the appointment.
Do we need to be there on that night?
No.
No.
Okay.
If you don't want to follow that by looking at the agendas in the following weeks, you can wait until you get a letter in the mail. If you're appointed, you'll get a letter in the mail from the town manager congratulating you. Here's Keith. Hold on. Congratulating you on the appointment and telling you you have to appear before the town clerk to be sworn in. Because you become an official of the town. You become an official of the town when you're appointed. So you have to be sworn in. The town clerk, in the current conditions, you call her, make an appointment, you text her when you get down to the front door of the Academy building. She comes out the door with her mask on. You got your mask on, and she swears you in, and you sign a book. There's a historical book that's about 200 years old. Everybody's signature in it that ever was an official in town.
Wow.
So that's how the process works. And I have good vibrations, Wendy, that you'll be appointed.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome to stay and listen to our deliberations and our vote, or you can have an early dinner. It's up to you.
Okay,
Your interview is concluded.
okay.
Your interview is concluded, and thank you for appearing. And I just wish this could have been in person. But so be
All
it.
right. Yeah, me too. Well, thanks
Okay.
for your consideration. I'll look forward to hearing.
Yeah, okay, Wendy.
All right.
Thank
Nice
you.
to meet you all.
Okay,
Okay.
thank
Have a
you.
good night. Thank you.
Thank you, Wendy.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Wendy.
You're welcome.
Hi, Keith.
Hey, Keith.
There he is.
Hey, gang, sorry.
You're gonna blame
Had
it
it.
on the train, right?
I am here. I don't know why I had it for February 2nd, but I did.
Oh. At least you
Who we
didn't train this time. Lauren, this is Keith Newell.
Hi, nice to meet you
Lauren.
virtually.
Nice to meet you also, Lauren.
Keith works in the city and takes the train every day.
I did that for a while. It's a,
Oh, yeah, I remember. I looked at your resume. Yeah, right. Yeah. I forgot to tell Wendy, while the two of you were on at the same time, that I'm a retired chemical engineer. but my daughter is a licensed clinical social worker. My daughter's a licensed clinical social worker. So I was interested in reading your resume and Wendy's resume. Or, her experience has nothing to do with conserving open lands or whatever, but sometimes that's the best candidate, and can easily be on a steep learning curve and fit right in, hopefully be a team player. So just so everybody remembers, Lauren has applied for I think there's one vacant seat on the Open Space Committee. We've interviewed 2 or 4 people in the past for the Open Space Committee. So I know that there's at least 2 or 3 members. And the other thing I forgot to tell Wendy was if and when you're appointed, there's a kind of a little bit of a, it's not broken, but the process of finding out when the next meeting of that committee is kind of, you kind of have to trust yourself and look at the town calendar.
Mhm.
If you look at the town calendar every few days, you can look out the whole month and see, you can click through the days. But there's supposed to be some notification of the chair of each committee when there is a new member of that committee appointed. So hopefully that link will work.
Okay.
And similar to Wendy, I don't have any specific questions about your role that would be on the Open Space Committee. The vetting was easy. Your resume, you work out of town. You don't have any, as far as I can tell, you don't have any income coming in the town that would have anything to do with maintaining open space. So from that aspect and your enthusiasm and your willingness to volunteer, I see you as a great candidate for the Open Space Committee. And at that point, I'll turn it over to anybody else on the committee who wants to ask Lauren anything or make any comment. Anybody?
I don't have any specific questions, but again, I appreciate anybody that steps up to volunteer. It's not easy, so thank you.
Thanks.
Keith?
Lauren, were you interested in just helping out the town, or are you specifically interested in the Open Space Committee?
I would say I'm mostly interested in helping out the town.
Okay.
But I also, my schooling is around urban, sociology. And so, I think one of Bridgewater's biggest assets is its open space and parks and recreation areas. And so I have a 2-year-old son. So my hidden agenda, I guess, would be that we're a avid bike riding and walking and Carvers and the NIP and all the, trails and things. We use all the spaces and, as he gets older, I'm sure we're going to be using the parks and playgrounds a lot more. So, I definitely am interested in them being protected, maintained, expanded, and used by everyone in the town. So that's my interest in the Open Space Committee.
I am the chairman of the Recreation Commission. I've been that for a couple of years now. And the Recreation Commission would love to do more. But in this town government, we don't have any money. We have no budget. So we would like to have a small budget, and maybe that will be something in the future. So everything is done voluntarily.
Mm-hmm.
And if it works, it's great. If it doesn't work, it's because of no funding.
Yeah, I have, when I first came to, so I work at the Community College of Rhode Island. And so when I first started there, I oversaw a grant that we had. And so, I'm certainly happy, as part of this, if there are grants that are applicable to conservation, open space, to help with writing and work on those sorts of competitive funding opportunities if they exist.
That'd be great. And certainly, the Recreation Commission and the town could use some grant money,
Yeah,
which is hard to come by.
yeah.
Lauren, did you happen to have read the charge of the open space committee that's in the town charter?
I did. I took a look at that, and I took a look at the most recent open space plan too.
When we meet face to face, I usually hand out those charges for people to take home from the interview as a souvenir, but thank you for having read that, so.
Yeah.
For that. Anybody else? Shirley, any comments, questions?
How long have you been in town, Lauren?
I have been here for about 4 years. So my husband's a professor at Bridgewater State, so I moved here from Boston before we got married, and so just finally, sort of have my lay of the land and wanted to get involved.
That's great. People think grant writing is you fill out an application and send it in and they hand you money, but it's pretty in depth from what I know. People who have written them. I've never written a grant request, but anybody who has experience in that would add to any committee that we have on our town. So I was really glad to hear that you have a little experience in that.
Yeah.
Have you started ahead of time looking at any possible grants, or is this just something that dealing with your community college that you've done on your own down there, and you just piggyback that idea?
Yeah, just based working for, as a state employee in Rhode Island, I know that money for municipalities and states, it's hard to come by. And so you sort of have to look for anything you can get. So I don't know of anything specifically, but, certainly willing to contribute if that's an interest of the towns.
Excellent. That's all I have, John.
Just out of curiosity, Lauren, what department is your husband a professor in?
The history department.
My daughter did her social work master's at that. I wonder if he was in the social work department. Any other questions or comments? Do you folks also see Mike Flaherty with a shot from outer space over his face?
It must be something wrong with my camera.
Do you folks see him? Is his face?
Yeah, it looks like the background is on your face instead of in the background.
Yeah. If I didn't know any better, I would think he was a member of the mafia and he was hiding his face from anybody. But I know him better than that. The mafia wouldn't have him.
As I get older, the face is tough to handle, so I hide it.
It's not a bad glitch, all glitches considered. Okay, I don't have any other questions. Lauren, as far as your interview is concluded, thank you again for volunteering. Again, our next item here, we'll take a couple of minutes. We discuss these two interviews and we make a motion to recommend and then we vote. So you can stay and listen to that, or you can sign off, whatever you wish to do.
I think I'm gonna go join dinner, but thank you everyone, and I look forward to hearing. So thank you for this opportunity.
You can either
Thank
watch
you,
the
Lauren.
agendas or you can wait for the letter.
Sure. All right, thank you. Take care.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
You too. Bye.
Thank you.
Motion to recommend for, do I have a motion?
You're kind of freezing on my end, but I'll make the motion.
Do I have
I'll
a
second. I'll
Okay.
second it.
Any discussion? Hearing none, call Call for the vote. All those in favor of recommending for appointment Wendy Smith to the Conservation Commission, please say aye or raise your hand.
Aye.
Thank you. I just had a notice on my screen that my internet connection is unstable, so I'll get this done quickly. Motion to approve Lauren Webb for appointment to the Open Space Committee.
Aye.
I'll second.
Second, any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of that recommendation, please say aye or raise your hand.
Aye.
Thank you. Motion to adjourn would be in order, unless anybody have any other business they want to discuss.
Sorry I was late, gang.
All right,
I was out shoveling the 9 inches of snow.
yeah. That prediction was from last Wednesday, right?
I have no snow down here in Florida.
Oh, you're in the condo down there?
Yeah,
Well, enjoy.
I will. Thank you.
Our lasagna is done. This is like day number 8,000 that we've eaten at home. You haven't been in a restaurant since March 13th.
Wow.
So, I've lost 40 pounds and we got some money in the bank. Other than that, not too bad. All right, motion to adjourn?
Absolutely. The Bruins are on any minute now.
Okay, good night.
Good
Good night.
night.
Night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.